Okay, the new saxophone du jour. Today we have a P. Mauriat, French engineering, as they say, actually made in the country of Taiwan. Probably the nicest saxophone I've ever seen come out of there. I mean, it puts the cannonballs and all these other ones really to shame. I mean, very nicely constructed. This is a really rare one in silver. I see a lot of, the cognac finish, a lot of the natural, bare brass finish, but rarely do you see the silver ones. This was purchased new by the original owner in about 2013, and looks like it was barely even played. It was a little tarnished, so the whole thing came apart. All the keys taken off, silver dipped, chemically dipped, and then hand polished back to its pretty silver. Beautiful engraving on it. You can see the pads are like brand new. I mean, there's not a scratch on it, which is pretty rare. You're playing the saxophone, it's going back and forth and such, and again, not a scratch on it. Oversized bell, about a ½ inch bigger bell than the normal saxophone of these days. So just acts like a big megaphone. Palm keys fit right into your palm. They stick out quite a ways. You see how far they stick out? I normally put risers on mine, and this actually fits right into my fingers. Front F key, just right there. No jumping to it, just break your knuckle. And the abalone touches on all the key touches, on the G sharp, all the keys, all the way down to the bottom, even the side keys are beautiful abalone on them. Just a wonderful, wonderful feel, much cooler than the plastic everybody else is doing these days. So another unique feature on this, one of the few saxophones made in the world these days with rolled tone holes. So kind of probably easiest to see on these. You can see the top of the tone holes are actually rolled over. So if you can imagine a pad coming down on a surface like this, like a big cookie cutter, and just cutting through the pads, and it makes the pads eventually seal too deep and eventually break right through the pad, as opposed to a pad that looks like this. So you're getting a much smoother surface for the pad to sit on and a much wider surface to seal on. So not only do the pads last way longer, they actually seal better too. So they do a marvelous job. And again, very few companies are doing rolled tone holes. Kahn did it back in the early days, in about 1940s. They said, we just can't do it anymore, it costs too much. But if you look in the flute world, every flute I see has got rolled tone holes on it for exactly that reason, for a nice seal and a nice surface for the pad to sit on. So very rare and a very nice feature on this saxophone. Besides just being stunning looking, feature-wise, it's just wonderful. It just plays like a dream. I mean, I don't think you can play anything that plays better than this. So my test is to go down to that low B flat. Nice big fat low B flat, or whisper as soft as you can actually play, right down to that low B flat. And of course up to the high F sharp, no problem. Again, everything's right under your fingers. This is what I call the new school as far as setups compared to the old Kahns and Bushers and all that stuff that are really tough to play with any facility. This is it's just like a race car. And again, it has to be sealing absolutely perfect to get that low B flat at that soft of a tone. So you can get any dynamic. You can get it super loud or down to the softest. Soft as you want to play. So Comes in a special made case made by Protec for the P. Mauriat company, and it's probably one of the nicest Protecs, much thicker than the normal Protec, a little wider. Again, in absolutely brand new condition. It's got a spot for the neck, spot for the mouthpiece, tons of pockets on the outside and such. So wonderful, wonderful case. Retails about $200 on a case like that. So selling it on consignment for a customer, and it's just marvelous, marvelous, marvelous saxophone. I would put it up against just about everything out there. So we're going to do a little tune here real quick, and see if we can get this to go. Sorry about that. So anyhow, enough of that. So anyhow, beautiful, beautiful silver finish, not a scratch, not a dent. I think retails like $6,000–7,000, something crazy like that on it. I can't find hardly any comparable to this out there except for the lacquered versions or unlacquered versions, but the silver is just stunning and quite an upcharge for the silver plating. So there it is. Just you can see the engraving, it's just crazy. Pads are like new. Resonators are like the old balanced action chrome domed resonator, no rivet. So really nice for projection on it. So gives it a nice big, big, big sound. So again. So it just plays absolutely flawlessly. I mean, it couldn't play much better. Of course, it had a very nice setup on it. Again, completely torn apart, all new oil put in it. Everything checked out. Anything replaced, it needs to be replaced. And virtually brand new condition at a used price. So there you go. Beautiful inside and out. Great case. Comes with the original P. Mauriat mouthpiece, which is a pretty nice piece, and again looks like it's never been played. There's not even a start of a tooth mark in it. So that's included in a nice little neck strap, of course, and reeds and everything you need to know, you need to have to get this thing to play. So anyhow, it's going out there for sale. www.stevegraysaxes.com. That's GRAYSAXES.com. Any questions, just buzz me a line on that, and we'll see what we can do to get this thing into your hands. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, sayonara.